you are, whoever you are, whatever it is that you want, you can have. The Alchemist, and I'm really excited to share it with all of you guys. This had so many great lessons. All have our own individual personal legends, something that you've always wanted to accomplish. We appreciate everything around us and everything that's happening in this moment, but still remember what we're going towards, what we're working toward. That is just one of the most beautiful lessons I have ever learned. Hello, my beautiful, little, amazing creatures of Earth. Yes, you. I just finished reading The Alchemist, and I'm really excited to share it with all of you guys. This had so many great lessons, so many amazing teachings that I'm excited to share. This book is about a boy who is on a journey. Throughout his journey, he learns from different people he interacts with, or from even the land itself. Is having a dream over and over about traveling to the pyramids in Egypt. The boy is a shepherd, he owns sheep. He interacts with a genie who tells him, listen to his dream and go to the pyramids, because he's always wanted to travel. Like, no, like, I'm not gonna believe this genie, like, she's probably just trying to con me for money. And he's like, whatever. Meets this man. This man is a king. He is really questioning, why am I getting this dream? Why does this ring in my present reality? What does it mean? What's the significance behind it? This man basically tells him about personal legends. What is a personal legend? I love this because it relates to literally us as human beings and how we all have our own individual personal legends. Something that you've always wanted to accomplish, whether that's getting a new job, whether that's traveling, whether that is business, or whatever that may be to you. That is your own personal legend. Everyone knows their personal legend when they are young. Everything when you're young too is clear. Everything is possible. You're dreaming up a storm and you're thinking like all these beautiful things that you could make into your reality. And you get older, sense of magic, that sense of that your dreams actually coming into reality kind of gets lost a little bit. As time passes, this mysterious force that brings you away from your personal legend. It is just a force that's pushing you away from it just so that you can return back home to that dream and really go after it. Force is the thing that prepares you for your dream, for you to live out your best life. Just telling this kid all these things about your personal legend, your mission on Earth, and how we all have our own individual missions on Earth. Another thing that he reminds you of is wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever it is that you want, you can have. The universe, God, source, spirit, whatever you believe in, it is rooting for you. It is working. It is literally moving mountains for you to achieve this personal legend of yours. It tells a story about a miner, how he has been searching for gold for so long, but then the day that he is about to give up, if he had given up that day, he wouldn't have discovered that in the next 30 seconds of his digging, he would have found the gold. But because we give up right as soon as we're about to receive the gold, then we don't receive it. It's up to us to continue going on our path and walking the path of our dream. He also mentions the principle of favorability. If you play cards the first time, you are most likely going to win simply because the universe is on your side. Beginner's luck. It's basically this little force that wants you to realize what your personal legend is. It makes it easy at the very beginning so that you're like, oh, okay, maybe this is something that I would like to do, you know? God has prepared a path for every single human being. We just have to walk on that. As the king is talking to the boy, he tells him about the secret of happiness. He tells the boy to have a spoon of oil in his hand and walk around this place. Do not drop this piece of oil. Watching it the entire time for the next 30 minutes to an hour. He comes back and he tells the king, hey, here's the oil you told me not to drop. And the king asks, well, did you also notice the amazing wall art? Did you notice how there's chandeliers all over the place? Did you notice all the people that are around you that are doing crazy things? And the boy's like, no, I didn't notice anything. I was just focused on the oil not dropping. Man is like, okay, walk around again, and I want you to notice all the things that are around you. So he does. He goes on a walk with the oil still in his hand. Once he comes back, the oil is gone. He's let it go and dropped it all over the place while he was too busy focusing on everything outside of the oil. And essentially this story is just a reminder of so important for us to appreciate everything around us and everything that's happening in this moment, but still remember what we're going towards, what we're working towards. This boy is convinced to, all right, I'm going to go to Egypt and I'm going to figure it out. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I have a good amount of lessons from this king that I randomly met. He also informs him about omens. What is an omen? Omens are reminders from the earth, from Mother Earth, God, Spirit, Source, reminding you that you are in the right place, right time, something good is happening. It's proof. For example, this happened to me the other day. I went to a matcha store. Do I want to spend $10, $10 on this matcha right now? And I questioned that for a second, and then somehow I ended up getting a free matcha there, and I feel like that was a good omen, that like I was meant to be there. Just my own little example. But he starts traveling to Egypt, and Egypt is gonna take him a little bit. He's going on this journey. He meets this crystal shop owner, and this crystal shop owner is at the top of the mountain. This man has said that he's always wanted to go to Mecca because that is huge in their religion, but this man has never gone there because it is the thing that keeps him alive. He is somebody who continues to stay in this comfortable place of simply working at a crystal shop. If he never achieves his dream, he loses what he's working for. He's afraid that if he actually goes through with his dream, it won't be enough. It will be disappointing. And so he'd rather just continue dreaming than actually go do the thing that he's dreaming of. I feel like is so relevant to all of us humans sometimes. It's like we dream up all these things that we are capable of doing, and we don't realize that we're capable of doing them because we're scared. We're scared that if we do it, we might fail. We're scared that if we do these things, then it might not return back to us the way that we thought it would. This fear is the thing that is holding us back. We spend all day dreaming, but when are we actually going to do these actions and do these things? But basically, the boy stays at this crystal shop, and he helps out this crystal shop owner. He makes money so that he can continue traveling. Experience for the little boy, because he learns so much in terms of actually chasing after your dreams and actually attracting the things that you want to attract, not being scared of change. If we don't go for the dreams that we have, then we will never experience what's on the other side of that, which could be even better than where you are right now. If you don't go out of your way to go towards your dream, to work towards that goal, then you'll never know. You'll be in that limbo of, I could have had that, I could have done this, I could have started that, but instead you haven't done any of it, and now you're just dreaming of it again, and it's just a repetitive cycle. I really like this quote that was mentioned in the book. It talks about your intuition and where your intuition comes from. Intuition is really a sudden immersion of the soul into the universal current of life, where the histories of all people are connected, and we are able to know everything because it's all written there. How I interpreted that was our intuition comes from the connectedness of all of us. Like, all share one consciousness, right? People who have lived before us, because they have experienced certain things, that goes into the universal consciousness that we all share. Because of that, our intuition has lessons engraved into it to the point where it allows us to choose what's best for us in that moment. That made sense. I think that it made sense. Another thing that he mentions is when you can't go back, you have to worry only about moving forward. In alchemy, there is the soul of the world. When you want something with all of your heart, that's when you are closest to the soul of the world. When that desire, when that love, that passion resides within you, you are closest to the soul of the world. And everything on the face of the earth has a soul, whether that's a vegetable, a plant, whatever. Everything is being continuously transformed. The earth is alive and it has a soul. We are a part of that soul. Like, we are all collectively working together. It is working out for us. Santiago the boy keeps traveling after the crystal shop, joins a huge group of people, go on this journey together, and they're about to cross this huge desert. Boy and this Englishman become friends and essentially just share their stories together and things that they've learned so far. Boy's always like, why are you reading all these alchemy books? Like, what do you mean? Englishman is like, well, why are you simply just looking out? Like, what are you learning from that? Maybe you should try reading a book. The boy is like, I've learned so much from just simply paying attention to the earth and the desert and the things around me. Everything is an omen. Everything is speaking to you, whether we realize that or not. It's a great reminder that alchemy can be studied on a day-to-day basis in your daily life. That is another important lesson, is that when you're working towards something, make sure that it is something that you truly desire. It's a reminder that everyone has their own way of learning things. So important not to like push anything onto somebody else. Another little cute thing is, if you can concentrate on the present moment, then you will be a happy person, because you're no longer thinking about the past, nor no longer thinking about the future and where you're going. You are simply just content being exactly where you are, and the more present that you are, the more open you become to seeing these omens and these positive things in your life that are reassuring you and guiding you towards your future. So as the boy continues his journey, he's realizing that everything becomes a little bit more difficult. There's a war going on in the desert. Just little things like that keep happening that he's like, why is this becoming so difficult for me? This is because the universe is constantly testing us and constantly telling us like, did you actually learn this lesson? Let's put you through that test. Once you pass, you can continue. At the end of the day, life is just a game and you are the person playing. The more that you decide to continue on your journey, the more you decide to level up and learn these lessons and integrate them into your own life, the more that you receive from the universe for that next level of the game that you're playing. You get me? Yeah. Throughout his journey, Santiago the boy learns the universal language that we all speak as humans. And what is that? It's love. So essentially, he's been at this little town waiting out the door, and he sees these two birds fighting and sees that that's an omen that the people that are fighting are coming towards the town. He tells all the people, and the people are like, what are you talking about? He's like, I saw these two birds fighting. I'm taking that as an omen. Like, do something about it. And so they do, and they get all prepared for the people fighting. Because he listened to the earth and listened to the desert speaking to him, then this is when the alchemist comes and meets him. He's like, who was the person that realized that there was a war coming? And Santiago's like, me, why? The alchemist is like, okay, come with me. I'm gonna help you continue your journey. And so they go together and they continue on the journey to Egypt. And at this point, Santiago has also met this woman that he really likes. He doesn't want to continue his journey, but the woman's like, no, you have to continue. You have to live out your dreams. Like, I am not going to see you not live out your dreams for me. If you don't live out your dream and I'm the reason why, then that can create resentment, something that you don't want to live with for the rest of your life. Like, you have this one life, so live it to the fullest. And the people that support you and love you are going to encourage that, whether or not means that you have to leave them for some time. So the alchemist and Santiago continue on their journey. The alchemist essentially teaches him that there is really only one true way to learn, and that is through your own journey. He also just tells people are afraid to pursue their dreams. They feel that they don't deserve them themselves. Santiago is mentioning his insecurities about his heart, being afraid that he's going to suffer. Alchemist reminds Santiago that the fear, what could be your suffering, is worse than the actual suffering itself. The fear of that suffering, of that pain that you think you're going to experience, that is worse than the actual pain itself. And I think we just don't realize that because we're so caught up in our heads and what if this goes bad, or what if this happens, what if this, what if that? No, we're not doing that. On Santiago's journey where he's with the alchemist and he's telling these other strangers, I saw two birds fighting and following my own personal legend. These people are just laughing at him, and what is this dude talking about? It's because when you share your own personal dreams with other people, and they don't see you having that thing yet, then they're gonna be in disbelief of like what you're capable of. But it's important for you not to let the disbelief of others affect your progress and what you know you're capable of. The last couple of lessons, I'm just kind of gonna run through them a little bit. This I love so much. Everything has its own personal legend. Like, every single human has its own personal legend. Every plant, everything has its own personal legend that they have to work out, see through. One day, that personal legend that person discovers or accomplishes, it's gonna be realized. Then each thing has to transform itself into something better. Because you took the time to transform yourself into something better, your external world now changes too. All the things that we learn affect our outer world. The reason that you went and did your own personal legend, that in itself has now contributed to the overall consciousness that we all share. Because of that, it forces everyone outside of yourself to better themselves as well, because you took the time to do it. It's important to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others, and that is just one of the most beautiful lessons I have ever learned. Santiago goes to the pyramids. He starts looking for treasure and then starts laughing and crying because he looks out at the pyramids and he's like, wow, like, this is so beautiful. The treasure that's here is all of the lessons that I learned along my way. It might sound cheesy, but it's true. And all the pain and suffering, getting stolen from, all these things are for the greater good of humanity, everyone, and everything. And he realizes at the end of the book that this treasure is actually hidden underneath the church where he had the initial dream. The whole story is him going on this journey and then at the end realizing, wow, this journey was so that I could grow and come back with all this wisdom and all these teachings. And when we love, we always strive to be better than where we are, and that is so beautiful. And I'm just so happy I read that book. Really beautiful and important, and I hope that if you've watched this all the way through, you've taken some sort of piece of information that maybe has clicked for you, or maybe it's motivated you to live out your personal legend and to go after these things and actually take the time to work on yourself or grow within yourself and put yourself out there. And all these things are allowing us to work towards a better good for humanity and for the greater good of all of this. And so I really loved this. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and got something out of it. I appreciate you all for listening through this. If you did, I love you all so much. I'll see you so soon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being you.